of Training and Development. Yeah, welcome everyone. So I myself Uday Gak, Chairman Mumbai chapter, welcomes you all to this evening lecture series of ISTD. As most of you know, you are the members of ISTD, and those who are not the members of ISTD. Indian Society of Training and Development is a 50 years plus old organization. It's a non-profit organization, association of the L&D professionals in India, having presence pan-India, having a headquarters in Delhi and spread across throughout the India. We have 50 plus chapters and 5,000 plus members. So we conduct a flagship program on learning and development, which is a 15 months program. Earlier, it was known as a diploma in training and development. So it is recognized by the industry, and most of the L&D professionals and HR professionals are uh, have undergone this program, including our today's speaker, Mr. Rakesh Kumar. He is also a recipient of this diploma. He has completed way back, I think, some 25 years back, sir, Rakesh ji?
21.
21 years back.
Oh, no, no, 2021.
2021. Okay, yeah. So anyway, I will introduce today's speaker, Mr. Rakesh Kumar. He's a member. He's a life member of Indian Society of Training and Development, and he is also our National Council member. He is very active in the Mumbai chapter activities. Mr. Rakesh Kumar is retired executive director. He was heading the Management Development Center of LIC. He started his career with LIC. Was there. He retired from LIC after a stint of 38, 39 years, holding various posts, including he was a vigilance officer. His last posting was head of the MDC LIC. He had also handled the overseas assignments in LIC, and with its rich experience in LIC, in training as well as in the insurance profession, he has come out with a book called Desi Managers, an indigenous manager. Uh, okay, and today we have invited him to talk on this book, what this book is about, what are the takeaway of this book. And this book has been applauded and it has been translated in various Indian languages. So before taking much time, I will request Rakesh Kumarji to take us through his book, Desi Managers, and we are really eagerly waiting to hear from you about this book.
Good evening, friends. I am thankful to Mumbai chapter because talking to people is very important. And first, I will like to share that how this idea of writing a book with Desi Manager came to mind. Uh, as Mr. Khag has told that I joined LIC at the age of 22, and uh, it was right from college to first test, first interview, and first job, and continued for life. There, I found that people who join any organization are more or less equal, but skills they acquire or they do not acquire, that makes all the difference. So luckily for me, I was sitting in interviews for selection right from my young age, because it was like in LIC we have 13 cadres, right from sub staff to chairman, and recruitment of sub staff, junior officers sit. So while recruiting, training, and sitting in promotion committees, I understood one thing very clearly, that an Indian manager has two worlds in his life. One, his home, where loyalty, care, responsibility, and not abdicating parents or children's. This is a different world. And in office, where we use American management, there is contract. You have to prove your worth, and every time you are on toes. So when an American works in an American company, he is having harmony. Their marriage is also a contract, and job is also a contract. But in India, I don't find any child telling his mother that what he will eat in the evening. The mother in the family knows that four person in the family what is liked by whom, and when the food is cooked, there is something for everybody. So groomed in this family environment, a manager when he joins a company, he thinks that his boss is like his mother, and this uh, one has to understand that, as in this present slide you can see, in office induction course we were being taught Drucker, Kotler, and Tom Peter. Luckily, I was able to meet Kotler and Tom Peter in life also. And at home, we are learning value system from Gita, Yog Darshan, Chanakya Niti, Pashtantra, Vidir Niti, and Hitopdesh, Ramayana. So what happens is that groomed in this Indian value system, few casualties take place in office if we don't align our value system to Western management. So here I will request next slide. So as US is leading the world, so their management theories, and initially we were learning from British books, and their economics is more prevalent than the management. So in England, you see the London School of Economics is more popular than any of their management schools. But in America, it is the management schools who rule the world. So what happens that as we were looking to West, and our economy, our food grains and technology, they were coming from there. So we applied them to our organization, and it has helped because whether you look LIC where I was working, their accounting system, or you see any company, airport, cars, planes, you will find that the Western technology has helped us a lot. But there comes a time when, let us take a poem from the school time that rain, rain, go away. Nowadays, this is very popular. But in West, where it is very chilly, cold, and snow is falling, there rain is a pain. People cannot go out. Lot of disease take place there. So there, the schools teach rain, rain, go away. But in India, where the whole system is dependent on a good harvest, and that depends on rain. So here we call in songs Barkha Rani Jara Jamke Barso. So when an Indian boy, suppose he is living in a village, and his father is waiting when the rains will come so that he start the sowing season, and the child is saying rain, rain, go away, what will happen? So this is what we have to learn. And in my career, I did a lot of research. Why bright people sometimes miss in their career path. So this book is practically written with those interviews and these experiences. And when the people change their behavior, their career path changed. So next slide. This poem I have already discussed, so I will go next slide. So, this book, how a manager expects the boss act like a mother and take care of his career. Similarly, when he is boss, he expects the subordinates to act like obedient child, and it is very difficult in these days. So, what happens? Uh, I have seen because there is a magazine which is normally writes about the grapevine in civil services, whisper in the corridor. So when you stay silently around the toilets or water cooler, then you will hear that how the subordinates are liking this parent type process. And when you talk to seniors, they will say this young generation. So it is neither the being parent is bad or being a child is bad, but not adapting to the organization culture is what makes the conflict very challenging. So I saw that many excellent managers, what happens is मैं तो अपना काम करता हूँ, so system will take care of that. But in Western books, you will find that promotion is very important. If we talk about my organization LIC, so many agencies are employed to promote LIC plans, LIC performance, and brand building. They are doing, but if I look to a manager who is building his brand, is he aware that it is his responsibility to build himself as a successful brand? I find most of the people are not very serious about this thing. Except for few multinational companies, you will find that neither they are having a well-groomed beard nor they are clean shaved. Like clothes also, everything is fine until unless some companies have the protocol that only this dress is allowed. So, in Indian context, they try to blend home culture with office culture and suffer some time. But the same person, when he crosses the immigration, he is aware that now he is at his own. And the same person perform exceedingly well when they are out of India because now they understand the Western management values and they control their home built instinct and it is in control. So now they take responsibility, they manage time well, and the things are better. So then I tried that can we have a win-win situation where I live with my Indian values and I blend them or align with them with the Western philosophies or management practices. So this present day presentation is about all this. Book is having lot of chapters, but I have taken few very important issues which I will discuss. If the group like this, then we can have this thing because I have shared these ideas with civil servants. I have shared these ideas with insurance people, professors. I have taken few sessions for university professors also, and everybody felt that this was the need of the time. And once there is an institute in Delhi, which is Indian Institute of Public Administration, they conduct their annual seminar in November. There also I presented a paper with this title only that indigenous manager is the need of the hour and luckily I got my paper was awarded first position in that. Next slide please. India needs to develop Desi manager who are in harmony with local culture, respect nature, and thrive upon using a time-tested knowledge pool of Indian civilization, which is aligned with modern management practices. So, next slide. Now, I will how this thing came to my mind in 1971 war. I was very surprised because my school teacher, Mr. Manohar Lal, was very passionate about our, you can say, patriotism. So he used to talk a lot about Lal Bahadur Shastri ji, how Lal Bahadur Shastri ji transformed down looking, defeated, poor, hungry India into a country which was eager to keep their head high and shoulder straight. So Pakistan never believed that India, who has already lost 60,000 square kilometer to China, and they have been given the best tank, pattern tank, which is now they have to change the brand because the brand was destroyed by India in 1960 war. Same thing was with Saberjet, which was renamed as F-16. So it was never expected that India with those nets and this thing will beat Pakistan red and blue. So who made this difference? Lal Bahadur Shastri with his clarion call Jai Jawan Jai Kisan did the magic. And I met a hotelier in 1982 Asian Games. I was a traffic volunteer, and we were controlling traffic for a cricket test match in Firosha Kotla ground. After the match, we were given some stipend to have food. And when we went to a hotel, a big old Sardarji folded his hand and said, "बेटा खाना तो है, पर शास्त्री जी को वादा किया है कि सोमवार को खाना नहीं बेचूंगा." I was shocked because the 1965 war is over. Shastri ji died, then Mrs. Gandhi came. She also lost, and here is a person who is still keeping this promise. I say, Uncle ji, India जीत गया food में हम अब self reliant हैं. He said, no बेटा, शास्त्री जी को वादा किया और वो अपना कॉल वापस ले सके, इससे पहले उनका डेथ हो गया, तो अब वादा तो तोड़ नहीं सकता. This transformation took place because Shastriji know Indians, and he uh, decided that I remember that some report I was reading where Indian generals told Shastriji that we are very weak in Kashmir and Punjab because Pakistan has accumulated a lot of forces and resources in this point of place. Then Shastriji, who was less than 5 feet and very looking like a timid person, and nobody expected that he will react like this. Shastriji asked if we are weak in Kashmir and Punjab, they must be weak somewhere else. Then the generals told that they have removed their army from the Rajasthan border. So Shastriji said, opened front there. They say, sir, it has never happened that a war where it is not happening, we start the war. Shastriji don't care. So this is what indigenous leader means. And it was as if it was not enough. After the war was over and during that period itself, America tried to put pressure by putting condition for providing that PL 470 wheat variety of food grain. That India has to accept certain condition, and that was the year when rain was very bad, and it was assumed that India will be short of food grain by 2 months. So instead of accepting the harsh terms by US, Shastriji gave a clarion call, which I have already discussed, that the restaurant owner is not selling food on Monday. So he gave a call that we will not eat, if all Indians don't eat one meal on Monday, we will be able to carry till the next monsoon. And I have seen with this my eyes, even though I cannot remember that 66, but 67, 68 in my schools, people were talking and they were keeping Monday fast for long. So this is the power of knowing the culture, being indigenous. And our present Prime Minister has also used this to a great extent, which we'll see in next slide. Next slide. Next slide, please. We have to go to next slide. Yes. After 50 years, the present Prime Minister gave a call for giving up gas subsidies. And now the figure is around 2.36 crores. So many Indians have given up their cooking gas subsidy. So if you know the culture, if you know the people, managing them becomes much easier. And sometimes instead of managing, they join you. So next slide. This is how our when they say the India does not have this, does not have that. So this slide teaches us that in 1000 India was controlling around 30% of world GDP, which was reduced to 1% in 1947. We were converted into colony and lot of things were destroyed. Education system was destroyed, irrigation system was destroyed. A country that was educating in Nalanda and Takshila, it was not only ordinary students. The children of the kings from all over the world were coming to Takshila, and they were learning strategies. So much so was the power of India. If you go from India to Vietnam, you will find most of the countries were ruled by Indians at some point of the time, and our culture was there. So, continuous invasion and consequent rule of invaders have created a feeling of alienation, which led to believing that country belongs to foreigner. This in during Mughal period, they used to say with drums, "Khalq Khuda ka, Mulk Badshah ka." So that means that world is of the God, and this country belongs to the Badshah. So Indians they restricted themselves to believing that home is theirs, and that is how we learned the art of throwing kachara on the road, because we lost that feeling that country belongs to us, and this is what we have to improve upon. If you go to any other country, you will find that they believe that the road is also there and the footpath also belongs to there. But in India, we believe that shop is mine, road is somebody else, so I encroach upon. And this encroachment feeling not only in citizens, government also, they put their transformers and this garbage store, etc., on the road freely. Mostly, you will see that footpath is being used. Everything else other than the food. So this is how our educational system, our value system got compromised. This is about the journal historical background. Now we come to the next slide. In the Roundtable Conference in 1931, Mahatma Gandhi, in one of his speeches, said, "The beautiful tree of education was cut down by you British. Therefore, today India is far more illiterate than it was 100 years ago." So when the educational system was destroyed, our nitis, our management ethos, uh, let me tell you one very interesting incident. Indian ships, they were made of this jamun tree wood, because jamun tree wood has this quality that you put it in water for 1,000 years, it doesn't lose its shapes or its strength. So what in the wells also, the basic round platform was made of wood on which they will build everything else. So Indians were making their ship by using this jamun wood, and then they were putting metal on that. So metal may get distorted, but wood will remain so. So now you have seen, because I have traveled this Southeast Asia a lot, and you will be surprised. Singapore, Philippines, Malaysia, Indonesia, everywhere the rulers will have some linkage. Even in this thing, Thailand, king still call themselves Rama. So how did it happen? And when the Indians were doing trade with West through ships, also Zanzibar, Vasco da Gama met, reached India using an Indian ship, following an Indian ship, which was met to him on Zanzibar. So how could we do this when there is no compass, no this thing? So it is surprising to note that I researched a PhD scholar's thesis in Gurukul University Haridwar, that these people were carrying crows in their ship, and you will be surprised to know that crow cannot fly more than 30 kilometers. So if the ship is lost way, then they will take out these crows and they will let them fly in four different directions. If the crow comes back, then there is no land in that side, and the one side where the crow has not come back, that is land, and they will reach there. And that is how that famous poem of Kabir na, जैसे सूरदास जैसे उड़ जहाज का पंछी फिर जहाज पर आए. In my childhood, I used to wonder how a Panchi will reach to the Jahaj, but they were carrying with them. So this type of innovative knowledge got lost. Next slide, please. Next slide, Madam Kavita ji. Yeah, thank you. So now I move to that qualities we have better than other people in the world. We are to be sharpened. And because of those qualities, sometimes we have some weaknesses which we have to restrict. So now this presentation will move in this direction, and I have chosen 2 3 very strong qualities which I have discussed in the book, because my aim is to share some usable knowledge in a relaxed manner, so that we should have question answer also. If the group likes, as I am a member of ISTD and NC member, it is my duty to share my knowledge with you, so we can have a second session, third session, if the public like. So now, next slide, please. We Indian rarely look to the watch for going home. We never mind investing a few minutes more if it finishes a job. Gradually, minutes grow to hours, and so on. While in West, even the worker involved with social work also manage time better. Sometimes it leads to few weaknesses. We grow, we perform excellent because we don't care about the time, we care about the results. But as we have a habit of staying late, we have developed few weaknesses which truncate our growth. Next slide, please. As we stay late after office hour, we feel no guilt in gossiping, as we will recover the time lost by staying late. It leads to two problems. First, we waste time and stretch deadlines. Second is we destroy our brand on account of confidentiality and not gaining trust. In my corporate career, I have seen many exceptional managers being dropped from very lucrative assignment just because they have loose tongue. We have either Mr. BM Joshi sir is here. He was my colleague there, and he can vouch for it that many people much more brilliant than us were not given big assignment because they were loose tongue. So Indians do gossip in office without feeling guilt, because they know that they will repay their time being wasted. But this is the first casualty, that your habits become bad and you are staggering hours, and sometimes deadlines will not be met because other people will leave the office. If you need some cooperation, you may not get that. So next slide, please. Next slide. Our scriptures had already divided life in four ashram. And accordingly, what happens? You must finish your studies by 25. Then you go to Grahast ashram and you finish your all family responsibility by 50. Then you go for personal enlightenment and then sannyasa. Similarly, in the day, morning is for doing exercises, prayers, breakfast, etc. Day is for earning, and evening is for spending time with family, going to temple, doing aartis, etc. So, while our scriptures are very focused on management of time, but in this period of slavery, when we were not having our values to be implemented, when we have lots of law which restricted our freedom and other thing, we became this thing. And I remember one good thing about my childhood. In Mathura, I used to live in my childhood, and there were big Seth who will at 5:36 they will leave their shops and they will go to some garden, spend some time, take their bath there, and then will come home, talk to children. And it was not that they were not rich; they were doing. The customer was running, because Mathura being a headquarter, people will come from village to buy, and these people will come running. कि सेठ साहब चला जाएगा. And these people with working limited hours, they were contributing to dharamshalas, temples, and so many good work they were doing. That had this been a failure, then we could never reach 30% of GDP. So these days, we see that work, sitting late, working on Sundays, and all these things. So invaders destroyed our infrastructure and learning center. So what happened? We were forced to slog clerical jobs and very hard without irrigation, farming. Now time has changed. Highly successful people still manage time for family, health, and hobbies. I can say that I met once this HDFC Bank Aditya Puri. He's not carrying mobile. He is not taking any call after 5. He says that if you are not having time in the evening, why I should matlab, change my habits. Similarly, I will say in ISTD, that Radharaman Panikkar is a great badminton player despite being awfully busy with dangerous goods in lighter vein. And similarly, another friend, Pradeep Barua, who is started his own company after leaving the, he is playing club football. Time has come, we should follow these role models. Next slide, please. Now, investment in education is a great strength of Indian parents and wards. The Indian growth story is not funded by governments but by great Indian parents. As a result, Indian youth is sought after in most of the country. This is due to our culture, where Sahitya Sangeet Kala Vihin Sakshat Pashu Kuch Vishanhin, a person who is not conversant with Sahitya or some art or music, he is an animal without a tail. So this value system has led to a situation where people are. I will particularly here say my regards to maid servants. Even recently, my maid servant in this house, she is taking new jobs so that her son, which is going to eighth class, can take tuitions. And I am very happy to inform the audience that most of our sub-staff childrens, they are working in Infosys or some banks or something. It is not that if parent is poor, the child is not getting education. This value system has helped India to grow much faster. If my father would have kept the money in the bank, it would hardly earn him a 9% interest. But my brother, myself, my sisters, they have contributed so much to the family because they were well educated. So this education is good, but it has created some problems, which I will discuss because this is what we have to correct. Next slide, please. I met lot of people like development officer, interview assistant, and somebody from Infosys who is earning two times what we will be offering is leaving his job and coming for interview. And he say, साहब उधर प्रेशर बहुत है, सिक्योरिटी नहीं है. ये जो ब्रिटिश पीपल ने सरकारी नौकरी में सिक्योरिटी फीलिंग हैज बीन आई विल से जीन्स में डाल दिया है. uh, Now there are so many startups taking place, but still India is a job seeker. Indian economy will really flourish only when we become job provider instead of job seeker. Another quality needed is becoming risk taker instead of being risk averse. From Ram to Shivaji and from Shankaracharya to Vivekananda, our cultural heritage teaches us to take risk and flourish. And because of this good education, what happens? Our Indian young people are not doing the works which are labor intensive. So they will go for only white collar jobs, and due to this, many art, many musical skills are dying because everybody is after a what I say table chair job. So I think we have skipped. We have to go back little. Last slide, please. Now, one important, I will say, last thing which I will like to discuss today is disagreement. In corporate world, lot of careers get destroyed either for not disagreeing and accepting the wrong orders or disagreeing in a very bad manner which offends the boss. So this is one very important feature which Indian manager have to learn because if we don't know how to disagree, we cannot contribute. Our culture, it is started with always asking question. You read any Upanishad, you read Bhagavad, you read Ramayana. In Bhagavad, it starts that Narad was roaming around and people were so much pain. He went to Lord Vishnu and he said, why people are in this state, how to recover. When Nachiketa meets in Kathopanishad Yama, he says how to become immortal. So all our scriptures starts with the question. Asking question was respected, and during the invasive period, what has happened is that asking question was not allowed. If you see the other cultures, they are asking question sometimes treated as blasphemy. So what has happened is that we forgot to ask question. And when we forget to ask questions, now when a subordinate is asking question or he is giving a contrarian view, we feel offended as if he is disobedient. While the success and growth, they need out of box thinking. On one side in management, we say brainstorming. We invite different idea, but day to day work, if somebody is asking question, so he is troublesome, he is egoist, he is a problematic, he is putting his spanner. So this our habit of not respecting the discontent or not promoting or protecting the people who ask question has led to few more complications. Next slide, please. We have learned to tell lies. In management conferences, some very irrational targets are given, and not only people accept them, there are some crooked people who will say, "Sir, this 15% growth is nothing for me. I want 20%." So we have become a habitual liar and who have no malified intention. It is just to please the bosses or to avoid conflict. So what has happened that what target we accept and what we achieve, there is always a gap because nobody tells the truth. Uh, why I am sharing this now? Because I dare to speak truth. Initially, some bad blood took place, but when I achieved more than others, they started respecting me. So this is one area that when the bosses are not eager to listen the facts, truth, the subordinates start telling lies. And second thing, when we are not disagreeing, when we are not asking questions, we have failed to learn the art of disagreeing without being subjective. Many careers have been destroyed due to lack of this skill because now we have two extremes. On one side, whatever boss is saying is the best. On the other side, one rebel who says that everything we said is wrong, and stiff body language, eyes bulging out. So it is very dangerous for our personal career if we cannot disagree in a managerial fashion. What is that? Let us discuss. Next slide. So our I have already discussed that promoted truth, but they also say satyam vada, priyam vada. You say the truth, but say in a pleasant way. And the best example I have read in scripture is when Rama is talking to dying Jatayu. So Rama is requesting Jatayu, friend, you will go to heaven where you will meet my father. Tell him about our well-being, but don't tell about kidnapping of Sita. And you see what he is saying. Let Ravan tell it himself in near future. Rama is saying that I will kill Ravan. But you see the beauty, how softly, how that is why Maryada Purushottam he is called. He is saying that I will kill the Ravan, but he is not saying it in a way which offends. What we are talking these days, what our parliaments are doing is, instead our role model is saying he let Ravan himself tell the kidnapping of Sita and its consequences when he reaches the heaven. So this is the art of saying bad things, saying uh, uh, reflecting our disagreement, where revenge is so polite. Next slide, please. This is my time-tested tips for whenever there is a disagreement. Discuss the issue, but not the person. I have so many times challenged the existing system right from my joining in the LIC, because the first thing happened in 1986 when my service was 1.5 year old only. I got a dividend warrant from UTI, and it was a good amount because I invested a good amount. So I was surprised that they didn't ask for any discharge form, or they did not ask for any proof of my having the certificate. They simply sent me the dividend. While in LIC, we were asking policy bond. Whenever some 5 year has been completed and some bonus, or you can say midterm payment, is to be given in policy, we were asking for policy bond. And now the sending the policy bond, which is a very important legal document, is a big problem. Then if we misfile, lost in transit, then creating a new policy is a very cumbersome process. You have to give a newspaper ad, then you have to submit a indemnity that you have not mortgaged your policy to somebody. So why to do this? I wrote a letter to our chairman. No response came. I wrote again, then through my senior regional manager, and within 5 years, LIC started paying small amount of 5,000 rupees without asking for policy bond. So what happened is that I have written, I have argued, but I did not repeat. Message has gone. There are some legal problems. Something are to be sorted out. Because for LIC, everything you have to amend the Act, Insurance Act. So first thing was be objective. Don't say that you are not doing this. You say I am at discomfort with this. So many reforms has taken place in LIC, up to the creation of insurance museum, which involved lot of investment, collecting lot of material from many places, asking many departments to give their shields and awards. Everything took place if you are objective, and never make it ego issue. Which is particularly for young people in this meeting, I will like to share. Today generation gives a suggestion. If suppose it is not accepted, they feel offended. मेरा insult हो गया. But what is there in insult? Because company is not formed by me. Company is formed by somebody. If he has put 100 crore, 200 crore, he has all the right not to listen to my advice, because he will pay the price. Suppose my advice is good, he will seek the reward. If my advice is bad, he will save the. So, as an employee, as a junior manager, we have to understand that giving advice is our job. Accepting or not accepting is this I learned from court. High Court gives some decision and Supreme Court reverse. No High Court judge has ever committed suicide because Supreme Court has turned down his decision. But many managers sometimes leave the job or commit suicide because their recommendations are turned down. So never make it, when you are disagreeing with your bosses, with your peers, never make it ego issue. We are working for the betterment of company. Due to limitations or due to not able to understand my idea, if they are not able to do it, let it be. I gave my idea. It is on record that I gave a good idea. So even if my idea is not accepted, my bosses respected me for sharing new ideas. And whenever you are disagreeing, please watch your body language. Body language matters more than the words. And I have tested it many times. I say very harsh thing with a very polite body language, and people have thanked me. Then I tell them that this is the power of body language. Do not insist for an idea too long. People are wise. If they are not agreeing despite listening carefully, there might be some limitations. Seniors are responsible for their decision, not you. When they are responsible, let them have the freedom of taking call without following your advice or including your advice. And last thing which I will like to say with my experience is never go that far that returning become difficult. इतना दूर कभी मत जाओ कि लौट ना सको. Okay. क्योंकि हम यहाँ पर कोई पर्सनल एजेंडा पर नहीं आए थे. We are here to help the organization grow and expect the organization to make us grow. So disagreeing is very important, but you should not go that far that return becomes very difficult. Next slide, please. I will try to wind up in 1 or 2 minutes so that some question can be raised. So this is why disagreement is important, and how we have discussed how to manage nurturing discontent, the seed of innovation. Disruption drives progress from Walkman to iPad. Every day begin with dissatisfaction. Hotmail, Facebook, Amazon emerge by challenging the status quo. Organization must cultivate a culture that welcomes questioning. Yet, employees must master the art of disagreeing gracefully. I think we are approaching end. Next slide. The art of disagreeing gracefully. I often disagreed with my seniors. They valued my honesty and trusted my judgment. My ability to be respectful made me the go-to person for negotiations from unions to senior management. The same trust led to leadership of major offices, including foreign assignment. Everyone values honest options, but not harsh language. Disagreement fuels creative disruption when expressed with politeness and merit. This is all about. I will say that if one knows how to disagree gracefully, his career is in good hands. Next slide, please. I think thank you should come. Next. So, friends, I tried to finish my talk in 45 minutes. I will be very happy if some questions are there. Any
I
questions?
I think after listening to Rakesh, sir, many people have been rejuvenated with the thoughts of Desi Manager. So I hope that we have good interaction here, because we have reserved last 15 minutes for a discussion with all of you. So you may open your hearts and thoughts before us.
Good evening, sir.
Very good
It
evening.
was it was really very nice session. We really enjoyed. One question is there: if your manager is believe on yes man, and although you are right, but is not think that you are correct, then how we can make him that we are right? Because
This
he's not,
will, yes,
because we
please.
are not. He's not believing on you. He thinks that it is opposite side. So always he's taking advice from the yes man only.
Sir, I will share a experience with a very big insurance company day before yesterday in Bhubaneswar. When I
Yes, sir.
started the session, people were silent. It was about Posh. And then I told them that if no questions come, then I will ask tough questions. So laughingly, I said a few things and they started interacting. What we have to do is we have to prove to the audience that questioning is honored, respected. There is no revenge. It will take time, but as soon as I join somewhere, again I will, because I am seeing few LACN here in this list. So they will vouch for this that whenever I went there, uh, first month was they were not believing because past bosses were not like that. But when I started asking how to do this, okay, I tell you one real life experience. We were in, I think Lopa. I'm not able to see Lopa here. Head Lopa, she's a life member of ISTD Mumbai only, and we were working. We created 9 new gardens and water harvesting, and about the we created a museum for insurance also. So the point was that we were not having a space. Then one day she came after 2 3 months that sir we have two big rooms full of waste furniture. And when she shared this I told them to sell it off, but as you know, in public sector, rules are very stringent. You have to issue this thing. Now, after this online, a lot of things have become easy, but people were scared that if some complaint comes, it happens, that happens. So the first thing was very difficult, but once I encouraged them and they did it, then they started coming out with so many ideas. That during COVID, you will not believe that these people gave such a brilliant idea to conduct online training that we covered 1 lakh people in 1 month. And you know, it hardly costed personally because our bandwidth, which we have purchased officially, was not allowing us to do so many classes. But they told that, sir, we can pay for Google Meets and it is very cheap, 600 rupees per month. We say, okay. And with these Google Meets, we covered so many number of people, and our this cash collection, which was online hardly 10-12%, it became 83% in 1 month. So once people who are scared, if you are able to encourage them, they respond. Because you know, one thing is very common in human beings: every soul has come to excel in life. Even when I work with Dakus in Chambal, the Gandhi Doot under some big Gandhian, these Dakus were also having this desire that they should be remembered for something great. And when Vinova was able to touch that string, uh, they surrendered and they stick to their words. They have not started again. So, creating a culture is important. And when you reach after a boss who was snubbing, it becomes difficult. But as you try, one after another, people start responding. My life has taught me that never take the initial resistance very seriously. But thank you for asking such a beautiful question.
Thank you, sir.
Today, sir,
Yes, sir.
I am V.M. Joshi.
I know, sir.
I
I
got
saw
a
it.
opportunity to work under you, and that was very good experience, and I followed many things from your time. But
You
one
have
thing I wanted to
also,
ask,
yes.
whenever boss asks anything which is not correct, you were
Uh,
able to
I am
contradict
not
them
able.
with
I am not able to hear.
sir, whenever any boss gives any instructions which are not correct, how you were able
Uh,
to contradict
uh,
and argue with him?
are you saying that when the boss is giving invalid instructions, or you can say corrupt practices, how to survive? This is what you are asking.
Yes, exactly. You have got my question.
Okay, okay.
That
Uh,
how?
you know that how we were fighting. That time we had that boss only, but for general people, I will like to share that things have improved a lot after RTL. When I was in very senior position where decision making was leading to thousands of crores, there now you can easily skirt that pressure by if you see American serials, and when some bad advice is given to some police officer or some spy in crime thrillers, these police officers who are upright, they say, sir, this is beyond my pay grades. This reply I love. Even though when I was working, I did not have this idea, but I used to say differently that uh, rules don't permit. I can tell you a real life experience. There was one boss who wanted to do something differently, not as per the provision of the organization manual. So he ordered something which was not possible, and he was so shrewd enough that he brought it to my limits. If it is big, then he has to take a call, but financial power was such that that is was in my power, and he will take the benefit and I will pay the price. Suppose it is known that I will be arrested, so on and so forth. So when the file came to me, I read the tender notice. In tender notice, it is clearly written that the space should be on the main road and it should have enough parking. It should be approved by the government. So when I see the file, neither it was on the main road, nor it was having parking, nor it was approved. So completion certificate was not there. So I said that the deal is not following the tender conditions. It cannot be purchased. Then they put another sort of committee, and that committee says even though the permission is not there, but if we don't open the office, there may be huge losses. This thing, that thing. So I wrote on the file that for the temporary period, our this empty premises can be used. In the meantime, it can be retendered and this thing. So they indirectly try to put pressure. Then I say, ki, I will be invoking this alarm bell act. So they sent my name for disobedience, and our corporate office was so good. They said the issue raised by the officer is an harmony. However, you can issue him letter for being arrogant. But once the real message was given that what I am saying is as per manual, so nothing happened. But the crux is be polite. When your pen is firm, your tongue should be sweet.
Yes.
Am I making sense, Joshi sir?
Yes. Yes. Correct, sir. Exactly correct, sir. I got it. Uh,
Thank you.
thank you, sir. Thank you.
Any more
Madam
questions?
Kavita. Yes, Uday.
No, no. Any more questions from the participants? That's what I'm asking.
So very,
Garvit, please
very
welcome.
yes, sir. Very good evening to you. Actually, I have a very simple question yet, but I sometimes found myself that during a very stressful situation, like it can be any situation during my work or related to my workflow as well as my personal life. So, how can I stay calm at that situation? Because you have been a branch manager from the age of 22, and you have a vast experience handling with some haptic conditions as well. So, what is the best way to be calm in that situation?
See, I will split in two, three situations. One is when somebody is firing you. Suppose you are being fired by somebody, either it is junior or senior. You will feel humiliated and agitated. But when somebody is firing me, I used to believe that he is firing the chair, not me. If I ceases to be the branch manager, he will not fire me. So he is firing the branch manager, not Rakesh Kumar. So as a branch manager, whatever improvement is needed, I will do, but I will never take it personally. That is rule number one. That it is about firing. If somebody is abusing some subordinate, see, because I did a lot of harsh thing also. I removed some people from service when they were in some corrupt practices, proof were there, so I terminated them. So they abused, and at 2 p.m. in the night, the wife of that terminated employee is abusing. तेरा नाश जाएगा, तेरे बच्चे को कीड़े पड़ेंगे, तूने जैसे आज हमें रोटी को तरसा दिया है वैसा होगा ऐसा होगा. And I was allowing her to speak. I was not disconnecting the phone. So my wife get very annoyed. She say मुंह पे मारो फोन उसके, क्यों ऐसे सुन रहे हो. मैंने कहा उसके बच्चों को कल फीस का प्रॉब्लम हो गया है तो उसको सुनना जरूरी है. सो आफ्टर से 10-15 मिनट शी से कि इतनी गाली दे दी, तेरे को कुछ समझ में नहीं आ रहा है, मैं कहाँ जाऊँ. मैंने कहा यू आर वरीड अबाउट योर चिल्ड्रन. शी से यस. आई से कम टुमारो टू द ऑफिस. I know few people in Gandhi Darshan. They will teach you how to make agarbatti. I will pay the fees for that training, and you do that job. So next morning she came to office. I requested Gandhi Darshan people that इसको अगरबत्ती बनाना सिखा दो. So then after 4 5 months she came that I am making more money than my husband. I was surprised because I was expecting her to earn hardly 4 to 5 thousand rupees per month if all the children and she make that agarbatti. But this innovative entrepreneur lady, she has involved whole colony, and she's taking 10% cut out of their income, and she is now uh, Amazon or Walmart. She became an aggregator. So you keep your mind not on the what is being said. You look into why it is being said and what the problem. That lady did not do anything. Her husband has taken some money from office, and there are some digital proof and some evidences. The customer has come whose policy has been manipulated. He has been terminated. But what about that lady and his family? Now, third thing I will come is that unions or peer, matlab where the people are in group and they try to insult you. There, if you lose your calm, you will be more in trouble. The best option is try to look for who are fence sitters and try to uh, bring them to your side. If you are able to make 40%, 50% people to your side, then you will find that 5%, 3%, 2% are leading the remaining 40%. And they will be very keen to come to management because uh, unions, Drucker has written in his management theory that unions play the role of management with the ceiling that they will never come to power. When they are not going to come to power, they are getting power when you are weak or you are scared. So, last thing I will say: suppose you don't keep calm, is the problem solved? It is not solved. So, if you are not calm, go to somebody who knows how to remain calm. Talk to them. Create some mentor. Because even now, see, I am 63, but I still have three mentors. One of them is second batch LIC direct recruit who retired 30 years ago. He is now 88. I go and discuss. So if you are not able to manage your stress, seek help. I take help. In ISTD, my stress buster is Mr. Radharaman Panikar. I get angry. I tell him, Panikar Saab, फिर he will say, don't bother. I need your help. Otherwise, I would have resigned long back because I was not comfortable with people criticize here and this. But I expressed my discontent with Panikar sir, and then he sometime he will pat, we will have some samosa, chai, and this thing. And so have you some mentor? And I am okay. Let me tell you, anybody who thinks I am of any use, please note down my number 7738012200. I am always available. Garvit, did I make sense?
Yes, yes, I will try to implement all these three rules that you told me. And I really like the second point that just look out the way, how, when, and where. Like it's sort of like think that why and
And you are
how it is
always
happening.
welcome. Note down my number and call me anytime. We are getting good pension, no stress for earning, so we have a lot of time.
Please repeat your number, sir.
7738012200. I will like to clarify one thing here that I may not take the call immediately, but it will never happen that I have not replied the call. I will reply it sooner or later. So, madam, I think questions are also exhausted.
No, sir, it is not. But the kind of learning and insights which you have given to all of us, it is something which is a big takeaway for everyone. Ghad, sir, would you like to put any comments from your end? Sir, you are on mute.
The learnings actually Rakesh ji has given, in his book, out of his experience in LIC, as well as from his learnings from our mythological book. Really, it's very helpful. Even when we had a discussion with him, he had shared a lot of insights from his books, and really, it's a good takeaway from his book. So I think everyone should purchase this book. It's really a good book, and it will be really a good handbook for the managers, especially the budding managers, so they can shape their future, and a way to success they can find in this book. This is what I can say.
Absolutely. I think Lalit has raised hand. We may have these last questions before we formally end our today's discussion. Mr. Lalit, would you like to ask the question? Lalit Kumar. And we have got a good number of people who are attending sir today your session. Lalit sir, you may ask your question. Uh, Lalit sir, are you able to hear us? Otherwise, Ghad sir, can we?
No, yeah, you can conclude it. Yeah.
Okay. So today's session had lots of insight and full of practical mindset. I think Desi Manager is not only just about a book which talks about the concept of management theories, practical applications since India independence and after that till today's time, but it is also a very practical insights of the personal experiences of our today's guest, Mr. Rakesh Kumar, a veteran and expert, a dynamic personality who did very well during the time of his service in his organization, today reaching to the millions of people through his thoughts, through his book. Desi Manager has many topics. This book not only talks about being nice to your workplace, but it also talks about that how can you protest also being very humble and nice and present your thoughts in a very practical manner so that it should be acceptable before in the organization and also set up to you in the right manner. Sir, your simplicity, your words of expression, and your thoughts were very vivid, and it has given lots of clarity and mindfulness to everyone who has joined our today's program. In fact, today the whole world is celebrating the World Mental Day. I think the topic and the discussion on the book Desi Manager has given all of us a lots of ideas that how you can be Desi, but also you can be a very good manager. And with these thoughts and lots of reflections, we end our today's discussion. And ISTD Mumbai chapter offers a heartfelt gratitude to Mr. Rakesh Kumar, who has generously accepted our invitation to be our guest speaker, being as a managing committee member and also the life member of ISTD chapter. Many of you can see, sir, many of the members are the new members in this group. But however, we have the new joinees also. I hope everyone has got lots of illumination and energy with your thoughts. And with this, we congratulate to you, sir, for giving such a wonderful discussion today. And also, we are looking forward to have more interaction and discussion with many of you in our upcoming learning series event. I would also
I am
like to
also very grateful to you for thinking and organizing it. It requires lot of. I see till 6 you were in your office, and then you came home and busy.
thank you so much, sir. It really boosts lots of confidence in me. But thanks to Panikar, sir, As he mentored many of us. So parallelly, it was his first day suggestion that we should have a discussion.
Today I am missing him. He came for some time, but now I am not able to see him.
He told us to be on toes. So he comes, he observes, and then he says, okay, bye bye. So he keeps playing that kind of a role.
Mr.
Thank
Lalit came again. He wanted to say something. Can we
हाँ,
ask him?
सर सर मेरा ना अनम्यूट नहीं हो रहा था, अब हो गया। नमस्कार सर।
Namaskar.
हाँ सर, ये मैं 39 ईयर्स से आपके साथ जुड़ा हुआ हूँ, और
हाँ.
अब आपको पता है मैं लाइफ मेंबर बन गया। आपके गाइडेंस इतनी सही है कि आप हमारे जो लीडर रहे हैं, हमारे ये LIC के DO2 के बेस्ट लीडर रहे हैं आप हमारे, उसके लिए धन्यवाद आपको सर।
ओह तारी, मैं सोच रहा आप प्रश्न करेंगे।
नहीं नहीं, प्रश्न नहीं कर रहा मैं आपसे सीखा है सर, सब कुछ आज तक जो सीखा 39 ईयर्स से आप लोगों से सीखा है बस।
भाई मेरा प्रमोशन भी आपके अच्छे काम से ही हुआ था ना।
थैंक यू सर, थैंक यू सर,
Lalit
थैंक यू
sir,
सर।
can we request if you on your camera? We will be happy to see
ओके
you, sir.
ओके ओके मैम।
Thank you, Gag sir, for chairing the session. And
थैंक यू मैम, थैंक यू मैम।
now, before we end our today's meeting, let's everyone.
One thing I will like to tell about Lalit, he is having very serious health issue. Still, he is working very hard, and I admire him for his tenacity.
थैंक यू सर, थैंक यू।
May I request everyone to kindly on your camera for a group photo, which will goes on our social media platform, and this will become a kind of a memory also to all of us. Thank you, Dr. Yashoda. You are a consistent listener to our program. Couple of you I am seeing again and again. That shows that we are on the right track. We also have Vinod Variyar sir, Radhakrishnan sir. They all are our managing committee member. I request everybody to kindly on Briganka ma'am is also here. Everybody kindly on your camera so that we quickly capture the moments.
Lopa has come.
Lopa ma'am is here. Yes. Okay, so I'm just clicking now. 1, 2, 3. One more. 1, 2, and 3. Thank you, everyone.
थैंक यू
Sir,
मैम, थैंक यू।
can we off the session, Uday sir?
Thank you very much.
Thank you
We will
so.
meet again.
We will. Thank you, everybody. I wish you a very happy weekend, and we will meet up again. Thank you.